for it, they get a full month of access to nutritional consultations. The other way you could set it up is if we go into this appointments area right here. Cool. So we have a nutritional consultation appointment built up here. So all you need to do is go into this area right here, put a price next to whoever you want to be available for nutritional consultation. So right now, Amy, it would just be you.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you can do,
it would be her and Heather.
You want her and Heather?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So give that a save, and then the next thing you'd want to do is set up your schedule. So, hey, here's when I'm available to do those nutritional consultations. And cool, looks like you have that in there. Now you have 4 different schedules. So if you wanted to make a change and say, maybe, hey, I can do these consults from 11 until 1:30 on Mondays, and then I don't want to take any more until 4 o'clock on Monday, and then I'm available from 4 o'clock until 6. That's how you can use those different scheduling options there.
Does it say the person that's doing that? Oh, yeah, never mind. It says Amy Martin. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you're setting that up, letting the people know when you're available.
Okay.
And then once that's set up, so right now this public box is unchecked, which means the only way those nutritional consults could be set up is by someone on staff putting them on the calendar. If you wanted people to be able to book those on your own, you could flip that public box on. That would make it something they could go onto their profile and schedule on their own.
Could they do that from the kiosk? Can they do that from the kiosk?
No, they would not be able to.
So how are we notified? Are we notified when someone sets an appointment, or do we need to go in and check the schedule every day?
So we could set up automations that would alert you and say, hey, a new nutritional consultation has been set up. Here's the information on it.
Okay.
The only thing that I would kind of caution about allowing members to set these up themselves is if we turn this on, it's a $0 appointment unless you did have some sort of, because it's $0, essentially someone could book a nutritional consultation every day if they wanted to, because it's a free thing that you would allow them to book up, So I could say, I want to do a nutritional consult Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and there'd be nothing in the system to stop someone from doing that.
Oh, I see.
So I think that's probably why it was turned off.
Yeah.
So it does make it a little bit more difficult. What you could do is put a price with it. Like, let's say nutritional consults are $50, but every month we give you a free nutritional consultation. So you could give people a membership that's $0 that gives them access to one free nutritional consultation every month. And then when they go to book it, they could say, hey, I want to use that one free session I have. And then they wouldn't be charged for it. The only thing you'd run into with that is if someone wanted to buy additional nutritional consultations, they could then say, well, I'll just pay $50 and book another consult with Amy. Not, maybe a good problem to have if people are booking those and paying for them, but if it's something you definitely want to just limit people to one a month, then we'd need to keep it in-house and just have staff members book those.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you have a feeling one way or the other there, but yeah.
I'm okay with that. I really don't want to give the members that much control over that. So.
Sure. Definitely.
So the question is now, how do we set the automation so it'll let her know? And then an automation to where it will send a 24-hour reminder to the client, and also let them know immediately when they schedule it that it's coming up the next week or whatever it's coming up.
Yeah, definitely. So real quick before we hop into that, Amy, are you comfortable as far as booking those appointments on your own?
No.
Okay. So real simple to do.
I have to go play with it, I guess.
Sure. We'll just go through it real quickly here. All you need to do is just click. Now, if you want to make sure you stick to that availability that was set up, you'd want to use this add to calendar function, then say, hey, I want to add an appointment. I want to do a nutritional consultation, and then it's going to show those available times that you have set up. Say, okay, so these are the times that are open, and you can book those up, and you could make sure, hey, I want to look just for Heather or just for Amy, and it would show those schedules.
So where you went to calendar? You went to calendar
Yep.
and okay.
Went to calendar, add to calendar, appointment, and then selected nutrition consultation.
Now, would it also show up in the main calendar, like that we're looking at once it's scheduled?
Yep. So as soon as it's on the schedule, it would show up on here and say, hey, nutritional consultation, 1 o'clock on Tuesday or something like that.
Will it say the person's name?
It will, yes, it will say their name.
And is there a reminder, like a text reminder for the person's appointment, or how can we let?
Yeah, we can definitely set that up. That is going to be, well, actually, before we do that, I did want to show you just one other way you could set these up. So if you use that Add to Calendar button, that's going to only allow you to book into those lists of available times that you've set up. If you want to just book one whenever you want, regardless of that time, you can just click into the calendar and say, hey, I want to book a nutrition consultation at 7:30 a.m. on Tuesday. It's going to be with Heather, and then put in that member's name right here. So it's going to be Susan. And you can just book those whenever you want.
Okay.
So those are the two ways you can book them. Now, as far as setting up those automated pieces, go to that setup area, scroll down to automations, and this is where we can set those up. So first one is this appointment confirmation email. Now, within these automations, there's 5 different steps. Step 1 is who's going to receive this email. So in this case, it's saying anytime someone is reserving an appointment or private lesson, send this email to them. And when are we going to send it? That's step 2. Send it immediately. So as soon as that appointment is created.
So you can have the email go out to the member and to Amy, right?
Yeah, definitely. So that's going to be step 4, the template. So this is what actually is going to be sent out. If I click on this blue arrow right here, that'll take us into that template. And then down here, so it's set up perfect right now. It's set, hey, send it to that person's primary email. So Susan signs up for a nutrition consultation. It'll send it to her, and then copy the staff member involved with that appointment on that email as well.
Okay. This is where I have a question.
Sure.
I do have a question on that. So if Amy and Heather's doing both nutrition consultations, how do you direct this thing to go to the proper person, like Amy's email or to Heather's, if it's scheduled with either one? Does that make sense?
Yeah, great question. So that's what this staff email is going to be for. So whatever staff member is set up for that appointment, that's who will receive it. So if Heather's set up, it'll go to her email. If Amy's set up, she'll get the email.
How do you set that up in the template?
Yeah. So anytime you see one of these bracketed fields, like right there, first name, or right here with staff email, those are called reference tags. What those are going to do is that's telling the system, it's pointing the system to a piece of information in the database. So in this case, it's saying, hey, whatever staff member is assigned to that appointment, grab their email address and enter it in right here. In this case, it's saying, hey, whoever was just scheduled for that appointment, go into their profile, whatever's in their first name field, enter that right here. So it's going to personalize these emails for everyone that gets it. So if I were to sign up for a nutrition consultation with you, Amy, when it sends out this email, it would say, Mike, your appointment at Grayson Fit Body Boot Camp is confirmed. Dear Mike, the following appointment request for Mike Regals has been confirmed. Appointment is nutrition consultation. Appointment date and time is Friday, February 5th at 10 a.m. It's going to fill in all those specific details as soon as that appointment is booked up.
All right. So how do I change that? I want to change one of the reminder, an automated email. How do I change that?
Yeah, definitely. So this is your template right here. You can change this however you want. So if you wanted it to say, hey, instead of dear, or if you wanted it to change how this is laid out. You can change anything in this email. Just to know that if you do delete these tags out of there, it's not going to fill in with that specific information. So if you were to remove this class tag right here, it's just going to say appointment and then blank.
Okay. So when I
so
change this one, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just to say if you ever do, like let's say you accidentally deleted this tag out of there, if you ever need to re-add it, there's this box right above the body of the email labeled tag. If you click on that, it brings up all of those tag options again, and you can just click on the one you want to add, and it'll drop that tag right back into the email.
Okay. So if I change the information in this particular email, then it will save it for all future emails. So
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. So anytime an appointment is set up in the future, it'll follow whatever this template is.
Can we add can we add a YouTube link?
Yeah. There's a media link right here that you can click on, and it just gives you a little pop-up box where you can drop in that link. You can also add images. There's an image box right here that'll work the same way, where you could, if you wanted to put your logo or something in there, you could load that into the template as well.
Oh my God. Okay.
So Amy, let me say something, Amy. So what you would probably do, and then you have 3 different consultations, a detox consultation, a TMS, and a follow-up. We can create 3 different colors for them appointments on your calendar. So and as you see them, you'll know the color matches right off the bat, and then each one of these templates would be designed for each different appointment. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to do that, so right now there's just one appointment confirmation email set up in the system. So what you'd want to do is for each of those, you need to set up a different automation and say, okay, this automation only goes to detox consultations, and this one only goes to nutrition consultations. So you would need to set up, in this case, 2 separate automations, one for detox consult and one for nutrition consultation. It is set up right now to go to either of them. So it would be the same format, whether it's a detox or nutrition consultation.
All right. So the next one would be the 24-hour reminder text and email. How do we get that?
Sure. So that is going to be the next one right here, appointment reminder email. We're going to use this one, and then we're just going to change it to a text instead of an email. So we're going to go back into the template for it. In this case, it's set up, hey, if someone has an appointment that they're reserved for, send this 1 day before that appointment takes place.
Nice.
So we'll click on that blue arrow, and then the way we change this to a text, right here in the right-hand corner, it says this is set up as an email message right now. So I'm going to click on Edit Properties, change that from email message to SMS text message, give that a save. Now it's set up as a text. A couple things to keep in mind with texting in Zen Planner. There's a 160-character limit, so make sure you stay below that. There is an additional charge for texting. It's 1.5 cents per text. So for every 100 texts you send out, it's $1.50 extra per month.
Okay.
And they're also blind text. So they're not going to say, hey, you just received a text from, and then fill in your business phone number. How these work is Zen Planner sends the text to the carrier provider for that person. So let's say I was going to get this appointment confirmation reminder. I'm an AT&T customer, so Zen Planner sends that text to AT&T. AT&T gets that text, sends it to my phone, so it shows up as like, hey, you just got a text from 712-22 or some sort of random number combination like that. And then I open up that text. You want to make sure you just make it clear, like, hey, this is a reminder from Grace and Fit Body Boot Camp of your appointment tomorrow, or something like that.
Okay. Are we able to put YouTube links inside this text?
I guess technically you could. That would probably chew up your entire 160-character limit. So you usually want to keep them really concise. Hey, this is an appointment confirmation for your nutritional consult tomorrow or something like that. That's going to be really all the room you have as far as a text is concerned. If you wanted to send out an email, then you have a lot more room to play with and things to do with that reminder.
Can we do both?
Yeah, definitely. You could set up both. Yep. So we could leave this one set up as a text message, put in your message in there, and then we could build up another one for emailing as well. Actually, you know what I would do is I would just cancel out of this one, leave this one, this appointment reminder email set up as an email, and then just tweak this to fit the way that you want. Let me change this back to an email message. So leave this one as an email message and just change it, and then what we'll do is build up a new text reminder one.
And so they would say two different things. So the text reminder would be shorter than the email.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then appointment that already is labeled email. Okay. And then I'll build up a text one for you real quick here.
Never did this. And so it's basically the same thing. We'd have to build two different automations for the same act. That's cool.
Yep. And this calendar. All right. So now this is set up as a text. So all you need to do is just put your 160 or less character message in here, and then activate it, and that'll be good to go for you. So if we take a look at your automation list now, you have your appointment reminder email and your appointment reminder text.
Okay.